So next, we actually have Treasurer Keeps is going to be discussing a consideration of Verizon cell tower lease agreement.
Okay, if the board will remember, I think when we started this term of this board in 2020, I guess, we started looking at this Verizon lease, and we're working at it since that point. Just to give you a little background, or the community some background on this cell tower, this is a cell tower that is on the township grounds. It was built in 1992. It was first occupied, I think, by Detroit Cellular now, which is Verizon, AT&T, and I think Sprint at that time, although they may not have been early on. The tower is about 200 feet in height. Currently, it's occupied by AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint T-Mobile. It's used in terms of the capacity, and when we talk about capacity of a cell tower, it's both the vertical space within it. It's also how the type of equipment, the weight of the equipment, where the equipment is spaced, the structural capacity. So there's a lot of different aspects to it. Currently, it's about 98% occupied, so it's well utilized. Currently, AT&T is, so any event, it's kind of, we have the three users. AT&T we're currently negotiating with, and Sprint has given us notice that they are considering options, including terminating or continuing staying on, which isn't always that unusual with a tenant. They're not exactly sure where they're at, but their lease is coming up to an end. Verizon lease, which you have in front of you, will commence on January 1. The term is initially a 7-year fixed term with a 3- and 2 5-year options. Currently, the rent that they're paying is, I think, $3,100, roughly $32,500 a year. The rent will be going to $6,500 a month, $78,000 per year. That rent will also increase on a basis of 4% per year. In addition, there'll be a capital cost contribution from Verizon of $130,000 upon the commencement of the lease. Verizon also will be providing 11 underground conduits for 4-inch fiber optics. Five of those will be provided to the township as part of this lease. The township is providing the space as is. Verizon has no ability for any kind of early termination. And I will add that the lease was, I worked with IT with Gail Sadler, and Mark Roberts had worked on us negotiating this with Verizon. In addition, we also have input from the engineering department, the building department, HRC, and Collier's also provided a structural review of the load capacity and configuration. And with that, I think that's the cell tower lease.
Questions?
A comment, just great work. Really stuck to it. Took a long time, but the results are wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have a lot
It's
of
come a long way.
patience. You have a lot of patience.
We got there. It was a good team effort.
Yeah.
I have a motion if anyone.
And then that would be also the contingent upon, right?
Yes, so I move to approve the Verizon lease agreement as presented and authorize the supervisor to execute the contract subject to the receipt of an unrevised agreement fully executed by Verizon.
Support?
Motion by Clerk Brooks, support by Treasurer Keeps. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That does pass. I'll be initialing every single one just in case
Yes.
they can't sneak anything by.
No way.